Hey, what's going on, y'all? This one actually has proven to be one of the more difficult ones for me to do, and given that I haven't done this in a while, at least on a consistent basis, big surprise, of course, but, this one is a little tougher for me. It definitely resonates with me a lot, just given, you know, for those that know me well enough, or those that don't know me well enough, it's definitely a huge part of, I would say, probably my early high school life, I think. It was, anyway, it was, of course, I guess you could think of it, at the time anyway, as the phenomenon that was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, at first I probably scoffed on it at first and was pretty whatever, but I actually got to catching the first episode. It was like, all right, this is kind of cool, and followed it pretty much throughout for the next 4 years, I want to say it was. I'm not real sure how long that lasted, to be honest. That's something I'd have to really deep dive think about that one, and of course I don't have the time for that as I'm actually getting ready for work right now. But the biggest thing for me is, I actually did enjoy that during that point of my life. And of course, Jason David Frank, better known as Tommy Oliver, came along. And I gotta say, he wound up being, as cliche as this may be, the straw that stirred that drink for a pretty good amount of time. And I actually mentioned this on Twitter earlier. It was not long after he left where I really started losing interest, because the show wasn't the same at that point. I mean, it's one of those things to where, say what you will about it, especially regardless of how you may have felt then and even looking back on it now, but I was into it. And Jason David Frank as Tommy definitely kept me into it for as long as he was on there. And again, I just stopped watching a little after he left. And it was just real corny at that point after that. But he was the one person that kept it from being that, I feel like. Him and certainly the original crew from Jason, Zach, Trini, Kimberly, Billy, and all them. I don't remember all of their real names off the top of my head right now, so I'm not going to mention them, but shout out to them all the same, and condolences, because I know this has got to be hitting them pretty tough right now. I do also want to shout out it's Mastodon, who really, for my money, who is the one person who might be as close to he is as age, at least as far as anybody that I know, who is to this day a big fan of the series, and unapologetically so at that. So much props to you. I'm going to be tagging you on Twitter here once I get this posted, and hopefully I hear from you. I'd love to get your thoughts on it. It's definitely got nothing to do with clout or anything. I just want to hear from you about it, and it's been a while. I've actually lurked a couple of your streams recently, but hopefully I can get back into catching you a little bit more consistently as I try to post more consistently. But anyway, that's all aside from the point. Yeah, this is definitely a really sad day, and it really hurts because it happens on the same day that my Broncos just couldn't get it together. I mean, I'll have plenty to say about that at another time and place, in another video, of course. Certainly on Twitter for sure, but, just focusing on the subject at hand, this is definitely a huge loss, and I just wanted to come on, talk about it real quick. Not even just getting back on the snide, but getting back off the snide, excuse me, but just wanted to, kick my thoughts on that one real quick, because it definitely is significant, and I know I'm not the only one who feels that way about it. But yeah, rest in peace to Jason David Frank. Certainly untimely, very much unexpected, and definitely no less saddening than really so many others. And it's just a thing, because I also want to send out my condolences and my thoughts, prayers, and best wishes to those affected by the situation, not just out in Virginia with the University of Virginia, but turns out my hometown of Colorado Springs had a nightclub shooting within the last couple of nights. Definitely prayers and best wishes. Still looking to get more information on that. I'm not going to talk about that anymore on this platform, but I do need to find out more about that. And anybody that wants to reach out to me to talk about it, let me know. I'm here. Other than that, I got to get going. Thanks for being here, and I'll get at you later.